This is Victoria, an engineering student knowing the most in education. This is our journey towards progressivism. We are now at the second milestone, progressivism's view of purpose. Firstly, let's have a quick callback to the view of education in the last video, but in a quite different way, which is also one of my highly recommendation, to take the concepts out and make connections. Just like this. I select these 4 concepts: life, experience, growth, education. I want to build the connections after learning progressivism. So, for progressivism, life is made of experiences one after another through continuous renewal. So the essence of life is growth. These renewals correspond to the collecting and reconstructing of experience, which is education itself. Yeah, so the other 2 connections can be made. Education is life, education is growth. Then, from the view of purpose, we can spread things out. Progressivism emphasizes that education has no purpose. Well, that's quite weird. How can we lead the students to progress if there's no purpose? But let's see. For the initiative and specific experience, where did it originate from? That's correct. Interests. Everyone's interests are different and also keep varying over time. So for education, students have their own purpose. Maybe you are here to improve your craft skills, while I'm here to learn how to write. We have our own purpose, but education itself has no purpose. As teachers, maybe you have some expectation for them, but the respect and company is the truly positive thing according to progressivism. Actually, this statement points to individualization. Everyone has different foundations, different mindsets, and sensitivities to different things. So, as everyone has different advantages and interests, how could we require them to master specific knowledge and skills at a specific time? How could we just simply blame them for not working hard enough in the subjects that they're not interested in? It is not about giving an excuse for students not to learn. It's about accepting that their perspective and focus on subject learning may be different from what we expect. Before judging, maybe we can just press the pause button. Because the most important thing is not the achievement of a certain standard, but the process of discovery, picking up the confidence through the personal learning. If all of us just strive for the same level, does it mean that we can be replaced by the same group of robots in the future? Probably. So, what are the keywords for progressivism? From the view of education, it is experience. From the view of purpose, it is no standard purpose. And the idea of curriculum is quite clear now. There are 2 statements: teaching the textbooks and teaching with the textbooks. If you're a progressivist, which one do you agree with? I vote for the latter one. Curriculum design should be fully based on the learning situation, turning knowledge in textbooks into the part of students' individual experience. It's not about teaching material, it's about creating experience. Examples. In Francis W. Parker School pedagogical experiment between 8075 and 8080, the textbooks are written by the students, and the curriculum activities are built on a student's daily life and interconnected across ordinary subjects. To achieve an organic education that integrated physical, intellectual, and moral education. So for the idea of teaching, rather than a dependent learning from textbooks and teachers, progressivism advocates self-discovery and independent learning from experience. Compared with traditional education, progressivism has three main differences. Firstly, education is about experience reconstruction rather than knowledge transfer. Secondly, the valuable thing is not the indirect knowledge, but the direct experience, the ability to solve problems and eventually adapt and use the resources. And the goal of education is not to achieve the state of adulthood, but only growth. Sometimes our requirement makes students be in a position of passive obedience. Can you feel the repression from them for always expected to learn, to do right, to be more mature and more like an adult? Have you ever thought of, when we impose our adult experience and demands on them, maybe they just can't understand, but are very unhappy? Progressivism encourages you to let go of control and expectations. You'll find that when you don't make preconceptions, children are able to come up with points that are much more interesting than you expected. These are their talents and should not be simply regarded as a state of immaturity and have desperate need for progress. It should be clearly stated that students' initiative factors are the dominant. We teachers should become the one who actively step back, to be at a supportive, not leading position. Okay, for now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you find something inspiring from my understanding of progressivism. If you like it, please subscribe it. See you in the next video. Bye bye!